Okay, here we are. I have a FECON 616 standard flow with the knife edge blades, which they came standard on this machine that I got. I have 50 hours on them. And I made the mistake of not sharpening them for the first 20 or so hours, and they dulled out pretty bad. So I sharpened them once already, and as you can see, I have about 8 hours on them. And they are due for another sharpening. So basically, with these particular ones, we're going to have to sharpen them every time we use them. So I'm going to do that for a while. These are reversible, so when this side is so worn down they won't sharpen, I can flip them over and have a new head. But when I get new blades, I'm definitely going to get something a little more stout, I think. But when they are sharp, they work great. So for you guys out there that are like me and starting out, you're gonna have to sharpen these. If you have these particular heads on your machine, you're gonna have to sharpen them every time you use them to keep them to keep your jobs down to a minimum for time wise. It's pretty crucial. I did a job this morning. The first couple hours I could tell they were nice and sharp, but after that, you know, the doing the brush and everything was okay, but once I hit logs, you know, bigger than 6 inches, 6 to 8 to 10 inches, it took it started taking longer and longer. And I try to move down and grind it at different levels, but I was also in the dirt a lot. And I know you're not supposed to, you try not to do the dirt as much with these, but I don't have carbine heads on here, and if I did, it would take the jobs even longer, but it's less maintenance for them. So I don't know, maybe I'll do what I've seen other people do, and like these first 3 rows right here, carbine, and the middle one's knife, and then the last 3 rows carbine. I don't know, we'll see what happens when I have to buy new cutter heads. So for now, we're going to be sharpening them. So I'm going to do the first couple at normal speed, and then I'll do time lapse on the rest. So in case you're wondering what head that grinding head that I'm using, it's a sanding disc 40 grit. This one I've used once, still in pretty good shape. You can get them at Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight. The Harbor Freight ones, I like Harbor Freight, but the ones at Home Depot, this one, they work really good, and I think they last longer. But I always give Harbor Freight a try because, you know, they're cheaper. And so anyways, here we go. That's about what they should look like, I guess. There is a tool that you can buy that's already like preset, and it's around 165. I guess those are millimeters. I'm not sure. But anyways, on this little general deal, it's 165 is what they are, brand new. And as you can see, after a considerable amount of grinding, I got it. But if you look at the difference, about half of the tooth is gone. So please do not do what I did and wait 25-30 hours of use before sharpening. So that's what will happen. So I've pretty much lost about half the life of this side of the tooth, but there's still meat on there. I can use them, you know, I think maybe 2 or 3 more times, as long as I keep that angle on there. I should have known better. I know that angle is important, or they wouldn't insist on making a special tool to measure it. So since I had to grind so much meat off of these, it's taken me about 15 minutes per tooth, which is fine. You don't want to heat them up too much, then they'll crack, I guess. Somebody said that on a video. So, you know, better safe than sorry. So take a lesson from me. Do not wait too long to sharpen these things, because you will regret it. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I hope this helps somebody. I couldn't find anything about the teeth sharpening, so I thought maybe, you know, every 20 hours, 30 hours. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that's what I thought, and I was wrong. So I paid the price. Hopefully somebody watching this will not have to do the same thing I did. And if there's any pros out there who has any tips, you know, I'm sure any advice or tips would be appreciated. I'm always up for, you know, better ways to do things. So anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good night.